All right, so let's take a look at the examples of what a push on each day would be, an example of a pull on each day would be, an example of a leg exercise would be on each day. All right, you ready, Willie? Let's do this. So, push exercises. Day one, his first push movement he's going to do, he's going to work from a different angle, right? He's going to push, he's going to work on a pushing down movement, like a dip. You don't know how to do a dip? They have dip machines in a lot of gyms. It's a good place to start. Or you can use a band for assistance. You would hang a band through there, just like this, and use that to support you. Willie doesn't need that because he's a stud. So he's got to keep his elbows pointed behind him. He's going to go down to the arm, makes a right angle, and then he's going to drive up. This is great for the front of the shoulders, the triceps, and the chest. But if you got a shoulder injury like Willie here, you want to be very careful to keep your elbows tucked behind you. Don't go too deep. Once you've gone beyond 90 degrees, it just becomes a high-risk move. So make sure you, again, check with a professional. If you do have any injuries, don't start a program until you talk to your doctor. Another push variation, maybe the next strength day, he's going to do a pushing exercise called the shoulder press. It's a pretty basic movement, many of you know. He's going to start with his hands directly by his ears. You can either start with palms neutral or forward. We're going to start with the palms neutral. He's going to keep his elbows close because here's the thing, this protects his shoulders. This is a safer way to perform the overhead press. You can do it the other way, this is the safer way. He's going to tighten, he's going to brace here, he's going to press overhead, squeeze his ears. You don't have to turn, he turned, but as long as you keep the elbows close, that's what matters most. Don't wobble or lean back. It's bad news for the back and the trunk, all right? So we're using our stabilizers, strengthening the shoulders and the triceps. At the end of the week, he wants to do bench press. Just like most guys want to work on, we're going to let him do his bench press. At the end of the week, it's a fun one for most guys. But Willie here has a shoulder injury. So quick pro tip, I'm going to have Willie bring his hands in a little bit, bring his elbows closer, because that's going to protect his shoulder. So this would be one way to do it, bring your hands in a little bit.
My husband calls him all.
He's got to keep his elbows in nice and tight.
It doesn't matter.
All right?
Is this true?
And press. Another way you can do it is reverse his grip. Again, check with a professional. If you don't know what you're doing, get with a trainer, someone that can show you these movements. Because some of them are a little risky. But he turned his grip reverse. Again, elbows closed. Now he's protecting his shoulder and still getting the good old-fashioned bench press. As far as pull exercises go, again, just like you focused on pushing from different angles, he's going to focus on pulling from different angles. So the first one he may do is the good old-fashioned pull-up. Again, if you can't do a pull-up, find a pull-up machine or use a band like I showed you in one of my earlier weeks for support around your foot. Or try the jackknife pull-up, which I showed in one of my earlier videos a couple weeks ago. He's going to turn his palms facing him. This is the chin up. He's going to pull until his chin passes the bar, pulling his shoulder blades together. Here's where he's pulling from, right back here. His lats and the muscles that retract his shoulder blades. All right, that's good. So if you have a shoulder injury, be careful when you do this when your arms are going overhead. Awesome, awesome upper body pulling strength builder. Another example would be arena row. This one you can even do at home. You don't have to have a gym to do. It's one of my favorites. The inverted row. Now he's going to pull from another angle, a completely different one. Now he's going to work on the muscles that really stabilize the scapula, more of his lower lats. He can even change his grip to work more biceps if he wants to. So now you're pulling from different angles. This would be the second day of the week that he does strength. He's doing a different pull. And then he could go as far as, let's go here. He could do what's called a seated cable row. If you have a gym membership, this is a great place to start working on the muscles that stabilize and strengthen the upper back and the shoulders. Most of you have seen it, just don't know how to do it. It's actually pretty simple. If you stay tight in your trunk, keep your chest up, don't get round. Notice he's got a neutral spine. Keeps his legs fairly straight, knees are soft. He always starts by pulling with the shoulder blades. He's not leading with the elbow, he leads with the shoulder blades. So these are 3 examples of pulling exercises. You do pull one on day 1, on day 3 you do the other pull, and then you do the seated cable row at the end of the week. As far as leg exercises go, we're going to start with the basic, the big one, the one that everyone should have in their program, and that's the back squat. Now check with your doctor if you've got any injuries, but everybody should have to do some variation of a squat. It's the best exercise you can possibly do to get fit. So he's going to spread his feet shoulder width apart, toes are pointed slightly out. Notice he's got good external rotation, his knees open up, keeps his chest up. He's not looking up, he's looking forward so that his spine stays neutral from his head down all the way to his rear end, right? Knees are out, and he's driving through his heels. This is the king, y'all. You got to figure out how to do this. If you don't, get with the trainer. Maybe later in the week, he wants to do another exercise called a step up, which is a unilateral movement, meaning you're going to use one leg at a time to do it. This is great for the quads and the glutes and hamstrings. This is a very basic movement. All you need is a bench or a box. Go ahead, man. You can alternate, doesn't matter. He's got two options. He can either alternate or he can stay on one side and then go to the other. All right, this is awesome for driving through the, working on hamstring and glute activation. Be careful if you have any knee issues. Stepping can be a problem for some people. Maybe you lower the box or just forego the step up altogether. At the end of the week, maybe he wants to do a lunge. This is also one of my favorites. You can do a lot of variations of lunge. I suggest you get with the trainer and figure out what your options will be based on your needs. But you can be a front lunge, show them front lunge, where you step to the front, step to the front, then push back. That's a rear lunge. That's a front lunge. Push back. Okay, so that's a front lunge, and a second ago we did a rear lunge. We step back first, right? And you walk. The key here in all movements I just showed you is they're compound exercises. That means they work multiple muscle groups on either side of the joint. And if you want to burn a lot of calories, if you really want to get the most bang for your buck, if you're trying to build muscle, compound lifts are the way to go. That work massive amounts of muscle on either side of the joint. All right, so that's it in a nutshell. Sorry I was a little long-winded today, but now you have no excuses, guys. You have no reason why you can't get in the gym and put a program together for yourself. All right, until next week, please like, share, subscribe. Did you cut me off? Like, share, subscribe. Show us some love. Let us know that you like the videos. All right, guys.